Welcome to Faithful Thursdays, where we are highlighting 2021 Colorado legislative bills that are congruent with the common values of our Interfaith Coalition. Our intent as an interfaith coalition is to witness to our legislators our support for their proposed policies that promote a Colorado civil society that dismantles racism, structures a moral economy, and seeks equity for all Colorado residents. Thus, we gather, nearing the end of this busy legislative session, to highlight legislation which congregants from all of our faith traditions might support. I'm Sonia Yeager-Meeks, voicing the Coalition's advocacy on behalf of the Presbytery of Denver. Being responsible members of the Earth community, of God's creation, is a valued role for people of faith of all of our religious traditions among the Faithful Thursdays Coalition. Muslims believe that humans should act as guardians of the planet, and that they will be held accountable by God for their actions. The concept of stewardship is used in the Islamic Declaration on Climate Change to propel change in environmental policy. Our Sikh brothers and sisters believe a concern for the environment is part of an integrated approach to life and nature. As all creation has the same origin and end, humans must have consciousness of their place in creation and their relationship with the rest of creation. As Jews and Christians, caring for the earth is our response to the one we understand to have lovingly made all that is, and who said of it all, "It is very good." As the image of that divine creator, humankind is to reflect this word that creation is good. It is God's call that we receive the gifts of the earth that sustain us, and to return the giving in order to sustain life for the generations who follow us. We are to live in a circle of relation with all things, sustaining life as God's gift, with discipline and care that leads to a future of good life on earth. Thus, we seek to support legislative commitments toward protecting life on earth in all of its manifold forms. There are two bills currently under consideration in the Colorado Assembly that especially merit our attention and support, related to our common understanding as members of God's creation. Peter Severson of the Lutheran Advocacy of Colorado brought attention to Senate Bill 21-200 in a Faithful Thursdays video in April. Environmental justice is central to this bill and addresses our coalition's concern to promote the restoration of policy equity affecting residents of the state of Colorado. Community engagement and empowerment is essential in the process if equity in environmental rules is to be achieved. We address again Senate Bill 21-200 that, if passed by the legislature, may be vetoed by Governor Polis. Senate Bill 21-200 is entitled Reduce Greenhouse Gases, Increase Environmental Justice. This bill intends to speed up the state's reductions in greenhouse gas emissions and to address the disproportionate impact on Colorado communities that often are comprised of low income and persons of color. The bill includes the establishment of an environmental ombudsman to serve as an advocate for disproportionately impacted communities and act as a liaison between disproportionately impacted communities and the Department of Public Health and Environment. The bill gives the Air Quality and Control Commission, AQCC, rulemaking authority to set the greenhouse gases annual emission fees and authorizes the use of these fees for outreach to and engagement of disproportionately impacted communities. According to an April report of the Colorado Sun and other sources, Governor Polis stated that he might veto this bill because it gives a great amount of authority over Colorado's economy to an unelected board, the Air Quality and Control Commission. a board appointed by the governor. Assuming its passage in the Senate this week, Senate Bill 21-200 will be considered in the House in the next weeks. Groups representing mining, oil and gas industries, electric utilities, and counties testified against this bill in the Senate. Thus, opposition is expected to be strong. Please contact your state representatives in support of the bill. And, equally important, contact Governor Polis expressing a need to negotiate a way forward so that this legislation can become law in Colorado. The second bill, House Bill 21-1162, also merits our attention and support. This bill phases out single-use plastic carryout bags and styrofoam food containers. The bill states that limiting the use of single-use plastic carryout bags and expanded polystyrene products will mitigate the harmful effects on our state's natural resources and our environment that result from disposing of these products in our landfills. House Bill 21-1162 was introduced into the House in early March, passed the House in early May, and will soon be heard in the Senate State Veterans and Military Affairs. An economy which protects and honors our planet is a moral economy, one that sustains life of all creatures on this earth. As Faithful Thursdays advocates, let's raise our voices to support this bill by contacting our senators in the Colorado Assembly. As Presbyterians, we are most grateful for this interfaith effort to promote a moral economy, eradicate racism, and enhance equity among the people of Colorado. We ask God's speed for us in our work together toward becoming a beloved community.